Olá pessoal, sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo, mas antes inscreve-te no canal porque eu sei onde moras e não te esqueças de ativar as notificações. Agora sim, bora lá!
Railroads are always fascinating. You never know what could go wrong. This guy is definitely lucky. Makes you wonder what good deed he did in a past life.
Oh my god.
That track now officially belongs to the alligator.
Hey! I'm walking here!
Basically a torch on steroids. Turning a locomotive looks so simple, it's almost unreal. Take a look at what happens when such a massive machine derails. This train had 268 cars full of iron ore. Don't use this bridge for now, folks. Apparently, something caught fire, and the intense electrical current burned right through the tracks. Someone needs to tell him that the gate is there for his own safety. If you're a frequent subway rider, here's one more phobia to add to your list. This is the ultimate all-terrain train. Sand is no obstacle. Time to start building railroads in deserts. Watching them lay down railroad sleepers is oddly satisfying. But wow, it looks tedious. While most kids dream of becoming astronauts, this guy dreamed of becoming a train. These folks got that locomotive back on track in no time. This is a bizarre spot for train wrecks, and an even stranger place to park cars. Look at that. It's like the train sliced the trailer clean in half. So precise. Looks like this train decided to take that crane along to the next station. Chilling footage of a passenger train crash in Hungary. I definitely wouldn't want to be a passenger on that ride. This feels like a creepy game where the goal is to hide from an ominous train. The key is to grab onto something quickly if the train moves suddenly. On the bright side, it's a free ride to an unknown destination. Talk about an adventure. This is how train cars are coupled together. One car flipped, causing all 10 cars to derail. A textbook chain reaction. At first, I thought train drivers can act like deer in the headlights. But then I remembered it's the dispatchers who control the trains, so maybe the deer are somewhere in that office. If you think you're acting weird, remember this guy. What did he have against those doors? Nothing unusual, just a vendor defending grapes from train passengers. No, this isn't an avalanche. It's just a train powering through snowdrifts. The most reliable railway in the world. A pantograph under high voltage put on quite the light show. A train managed to take down 7 utility poles in one go. Now, try guessing, are these visuals an actual Japanese subway or just CGI? The truck driver's luck? Impressive. His brain power? Not so much. In London, a swan's 2-hour stroll along the tracks brought the underground to a halt. The bird provided to be elusive, but eventually it was coaxed off the rails and handed over to volunteers. Guess the feathery passenger didn't manage to buy a ticket to the nearest lake. When you're trying way too hard to fit into a new crowd. From a distance, it looks like giant tentacles of some weird creature. But no, it's just tunnel cleaning. If you're looking for the craziest gender reveal idea, here it is. Good thing this guy reacted quickly and helped the man who fell. This train definitely ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time. In September 2023, Madrid experienced its heaviest rainfall in 30 years, so bad that even the metro system couldn't handle it, trapping passengers in a watery mess. They were later rescued, but it wasn't a pleasant experience. No one asked for this sudden fireworks show from the commuter train. One train derailed, and now another can't get through because of it. Double trouble. I'm sure this isn't the first time, but the ease with which people can rob a train is alarming. Maybe they need better security? A downpour would have been helpful right now. Falling into the river wouldn't hurt either.
Shit!
There are lots of words to describe trains, but maneuverable isn't one of them. That's right, nothing to see here. Move along. When you don't know the basic safety rules, anything can happen. Luckily, she just got a scare. I'd imagine snow is easier to deal with than sand, but it's still mesmerizing to watch. A diesel locomotive blows out its exhaust deck. You definitely can't call this an eco-friendly sight. This tanker rolled downhill while being loaded with oil. The police blocked every crossing along the way, and the station workers scrambled to use anti-slip measures. But apparently a crane can take on a train. It not only stopped it, but pierced it too. Pro tip: when the subway doors are closing, the worst thing you can do is stick your foot between them. This looks like a cross between a toy train set and the real deal.
Of course that's just gonna happen.
The fail of the year, dozens of Harry Potter fans waited for hours to see the Hogwarts Express, only to have their view blocked by a regular train.
That last one's got a good rock on now.
No idea how these tracks are still functional, but if it works, don't fix it.
The sweet spot is 15 miles an hour.
I thought fish on railroad tracks were only something you'd see in an aquarium. Guess not. When you're a train, but sometimes you have to act like a snake. I just wonder how many of these passengers will actually reach their destination. Wow, you could almost travel half the way completely blind. It's like a free water park. Honestly, I see no downsides here. Now that's what I call Santa Claus delivering gifts in style. It might look like the train's about to explode, but they're just burning off unnecessary carbon deposits to prevent mechanical issues. And here, as you can see, sparks definitely mean something bad is happening. Turns out cutting someone off isn't just a thing for roads. It happens on railways, too. And that's how the train ended up folding like an accordion, with another derailing and falling over. Let's see how long it can keep going after that. Building a railway is so fascinating but incredibly hard work. Huge respect to everyone involved. We're used to seeing tracks on the ground, but not always. This looks futuristic, but it's happening today. Let's hope the train is at least heading in the direction the truck driver needed. The Sandaoling Railway in China is famous for this train that puts on an incredible show with a million sparks. I hope the coal it's carrying doesn't turn to ash before reaching its destination. It tilted and derailed on flat ground. I wonder why. That car is headed straight for the scrapyard. Good thing the driver got out in time. A drilling rig went a little too far. Thankfully, the power was off and no trains were involved. But the tracks weren't so lucky. This train car just decided to lie down for a bit. Can't blame it. No one got hurt. If you're celebrating something today, here's a unique firework for you. So, now we know the true reason behind foggy mornings. It feels like this girl tried to pull a prank on the train driver. Good thing he managed to stop in time. When a car loses a wheel, it might look funny. But when a train loses wheels, it's epic. This train car decided to rebel against the system. I'm no expert, but something tells me engines aren't supposed to work like that. Thanks to AI-powered thermal cameras, conductors were alerted to a herd of elephants migrating and stopped the train in time. This ride was literally lit. What a fiery experience. Moving train cars in comfort class style. Who knew a branch could stop a train? But it actually happened. I think we can all agree that steam engines are way more impressive than regular trains. A semi loaded with starch broke down on the tracks, and when the train hit it, the starch ignited. But luckily it burned out quickly with no injuries. While we're annoyed by the sound of trams outside, people in Ocala, Florida, hear this and don't seem to mind. Think only humans ride the subway? Think again. I would not want to drive in Azerbaijan. No, this isn't the road to hell. It's just the grisly self-propelled train grinding out small defects in the rails. Who can count how many cars derailed here? Let us know in the comments. Seems like just a regular train, except for one small detail. Is this a train or a ship? A Great Western Rail train clears the tracks in Saskatchewan, Canada, leaving behind fountains of snow. Canadian trains are about as scared of snow as penguins are of the cold. As a 6-year-old, I'd have been thrilled to find out there's a fire truck train. By the way, this is in Belgium if anybody wants to see it in real life. She seems so confident in what she's doing. Wishing you the same level of calmness as this cow. Now, that's what I call efficient ore unloading from freight cars.
E é tudo. Obrigado por teres assistido até aqui. Inscreve-te no canal porque eu sei onde moras e não te esqueças de ativar as notificações. E agora vai ver outros vídeos ou aguarda pelo próximo.